So, hi guys, welcome to the podcast. This is the 15-minute thing, and the topic that we are discussing today is should we boycott Chinese products?
So, coming to the Ladakh situation, as we all know, China had deployed a lot of army units near the border, which made the Indian army retaliate by deploying its own units. And every day there is some news of clashes going on, and there's just a lot of controversy around it because it all started with the construction of a road which laid near the border, which has aggravated this boycott Chinese products movement.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Before we get to a conclusion, कि should we boycott China's products or not, uh, थोड़े से stats दूंगा मैं, which everyone needs to understand. Also, I know कि सारे लोग पूरी वीडियो नहीं देखते हैं, तो at least stats का portion देख करके you will be able to understand कि what are we trying to portray. इंडिया और चाइना के बीच में देयर इज अ ट्रेड ऑफ $100 बिलियन अप्रोक्सीमेटली, जिसमें 65% जो है वो चाइना करता है एंड 35% इंडिया करता है. सो देयर इज अ वेरी बिग ट्रेड डेफिसिट,
Yeah.
and that is obviously not good for any economy. That is not what you can call a healthy trade relationship. So that is definitely a problem. The ideal situation should be around 50%, and it's काफी बड़ा गैप है.
Yeah.
जिससे पहले हम लोग और अंदर वीडियो में घुसे, आई वुड लाइक टू टेल द ऑडियंस कि दिस वीडियो इज बेसिकली divided in parts. We will be talking about the economic perspective and the political perspective. So, Divit, I think you should start with the pros of
Yeah.
boycotting China's products.
Okay, so obviously, as you mentioned, India is already in a trade deficit. So by boycotting Chinese products, we'll be, covering that gap at least.
Yeah.
And as a boycotting movement goes, it's major, use it to damage the other country's economy. And
Yeah.
coming into stats, China's exports to India accumulate about
Mm.
3% of total trades, which is $17 billion. So it will be a
Yeah.
very significant damage to
Yeah.
the Chinese economy. And one of the more political pros, I guess, is that they are, using that money that we are generating for them by buying their products to buy arms and ammunition, and they're deploying their units to fight our units, which is very bad.
ठीक है, बेसिकली उसका मतलब ये हो गया that we are paying them and they are using our money to make ammunition and attack us. So
Yeah,
obviously
exactly.
that doesn't make sense. I would like to bring some facts जो कि मैंने सोनम वांगचुक की वीडियो से निकाली है. I would really recommend you guys to watch two videos. If you're on Instagram, check out Fareen OK. She has explained the situation between China and India very well, बेसिकली इकोनॉमिक पर्सपेक्टिव के अंदर. और सोनम वांगचुक्स यूट्यूब चैनल पे उसने जो उन्होंने डाला है, दैट यू शुड चेक आउट. टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन इन चाइना राइट नाउ, वी ऑल नो कि कोरोना वायरस स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम चाइना. ठीक है, एंड व्हाट ही हैज टोल्ड इज कि वहां पे बहुत ज्यादा, एंड वी ऑल नो कि वहां पे बहुत ज्यादा अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ गया, अराउंड 20% अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट वहां पे बढ़ गया है. एंड हिस्ट्री में ये देखा गया वेन एवर चाइना के अंदर एक पॉलिटिकल अनरेस्ट आता है, जिसके अंदर देर आर चांसेस दैट पीपल आर गेटिंग पॉलिटिकली इन्वॉल्व टू मच एंड दे हैव स्टार्टेड टू टॉक अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट. व्हाट दे डू इज दैट दे स्टार्ट some conflicts around the country. This has happened in 1958 to 62 के बीच में भी, जब इंडिया चाइना वॉर हुआ था 1962 के अंदर. उस टाइम पे चाइना के अंदर एक बहुत बड़ा फेमाइन आया था, एंड देयर वाज अ similar things were happening in
Yeah.
which there was a political interest and people were talking against the government. So what they do is, by creating these conflicts, जो उनका पब्लिक है वो चाइना के
Hmm.
साथ में हो जाता है. ये बहुत
Yeah.
पुरानी स्ट्रैटेजी है जो कि वो लोग कर रहे हैं. इफ यू सी व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन साउथ चाइना सी, तो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट दीज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स आर नॉट जस्ट हैपनिंग विद इंडिया. वो एक बहुत लार्ज पर्सपेक्टिव पे हो रही है. सो एज सोनम वांगचुक हैज सेड कि द आर्मी विल फाइट विद बुलेट्स while the
Yeah.
public will fight with their wallets. Because given the fact कि इतना बड़ा ट्रेड डेफिसिट है
Yeah.
और इतना सारा रेवेन्यू जो है वो इंडिया से जाता है, अगर हम लोग इफ वी स्टार्ट बॉयकॉटिंग द प्रोडक्ट्स, डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी अ लॉस ऑफ इनकम फॉर चाइना, डेफिनेटली.
Yeah.
or this has happened before when India starts boycotting products from China, तो problems create होती हैं China के लिए, ऐसा पहले हुआ है.
Yeah.
So this is a very important thing that जो हम लोगों को सोचने की जरूरत है. Now let's move on to the cons.
Yeah. So as you mentioned that it will obviously, dish out a economic damage to the Chinese economy. But coming to the facts, there is a study like how boycotting affects the other country's economy.
Yeah.
And we can, boycott some products, but as you see, a lot of products that surround us have some Chinese parts in it. So obviously
Exactly.
we cannot boycott them entirely. The whole punishment effect won't be as effective as we think in our minds, because you
Yeah.
cannot boycott every single product. And another point is China has invested billions of dollars in local startups in India, and that money will obviously be affected. That funding
Yeah.
will get affected when you start boycotting from China. And as I mentioned, you cannot boycott every product. Boeing Airlines import a major part of their airplane building models from China, and you cannot boycott the whole airlines just for avoiding one sector or
Yeah.
one products from one country. You cannot boycott the whole service that the company provides. So that further proves my point that you cannot boycott every product from China, and therefore it won't have such an damaging economic effect. And obviously Indian companies which are based out in China, like Dr. Reddy's and Mahindra, which have good economic standings in China, will obviously
Yeah.
get affected when India starts boycotting China. Their
Yeah.
revenue will go down, and it will obviously impact the Indian economy as well.
Yeah.
And another problem, I think another big con will be the timing that we have started this movement, because uh, China was the first one to recover from this COVID situation, which
Yeah.
means it will start recovering first. It will
It has the
start
upper hand.
yeah, it has already started some of
Yeah.
its economic operations. It has a head start from us, as we can say. And therefore this gives rise to business opportunities for us,
Mhm.
because they will be requiring a lot of raw materials, manpower, which we can supply. Not manpower in this situation,
Yeah.
but a lot of raw materials and information technology.
Yeah. So talking about the cons, the thing is, okay, again, the data or the things that I'm presenting is from Fareen's video. So I would again like to tell ki do check out these two videos. One is from Sonam Wangchuk and the second one is from Fareen.ok. Instagram pe she uploaded IGTV video a couple of days back, and which beautifully explains the problem. Now, the thing is that we also need to understand that a lot of machinery that is used in producing products जो हम लोग इंडिया में प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं वो चाइना से आता है. In
Yeah.
fact, a lot of things come from China जो कि इंडिया में assemble होता है और उसका export होता है,
Yeah.
right? अब David has told कि a lot of like investors in China have invested in Indian startups and all. So this will definitely create a big problem for the startups, and moreover India का trade बहुत effect होगा. Remember, अगर हम लोग completely boycott करते हैं चाइना के products को, तो that will definitely cause a loss of income for China, but that will also cause a loss of income for India. So basically, अगर हम लोग completely boycott करते हैं तो a lot of exports जो कि इंडिया से होते हैं वो रुक जाएंगे, क्योंकि if we are assembling the products that are coming from China और उसी को हम लोग export कर रहे हैं, that will definitely be a big problem. अभी जो इंडिया के अंदर जो masks जो बन रहे हैं, N95 masks बन रहे हैं, we are also exporting them, hand sanitizers बन रहे हैं, PPE kits बन रहे हैं, सारा का सारा material ज्यादातर चाइना से आ रहा है. So we cannot deny the fact that Indian economy is also somewhat dependent on the goods that are being imported from China.
Yeah.
So that is the problem when we talk about the economic perspective.
Yeah.
Majorly.
So coming to the basics, we see, if you think about it, why Chinese products are so popular or so working, they are selling so fast in Indian market, because of the budget problems, I guess. Because the
Yeah.
Chinese products are very low price, and if,
Yeah.
and if you boycott them completely, like you have to think about where will you buy them from, because they will
Exactly.
obviously be at a higher price from other countries, and they'll have to be specially imported, because first we were dependent on China. And if you boycott China, you'll obviously have to pay more to other
Exactly.
countries to export the same goods.
I agree. So now, as we have discussed both the pros and cons of the economic and the political perspectives, let us give the conclusion. All right.
So we have to keep in mind, like, it is a developing economy versus a developed super economy, and therefore, you cannot just boycott them completely like from day
Yeah.
one. And change takes time, and we have to move towards that only.
Exactly. Okay. So after the discussion, जो हमारा conclusion overall निकला है, that is कि we need to start somewhere. We need to understand that the trade deficit is very big, and China can not just do what it's doing on our borders. So
Yeah.
we need to get to the favorable point जहाँ पर we are buying a lot of made in India products, and the trade deficit is not that big.
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, that is it from the 15-minute thing. See you next time.